No, stop, don't flush.
Everyone flushes information about their health and diet down the toilet multiple times every day, but we can analyze that instead. In 1674, the English doctor Thomas Willis described a urine sample as wonderfully sweet, as if it were imbued with honey or sugar. Yes, doctors used to taste the urine of their patient to diagnose them, and Dr. Willis did this for a diabetic patient. But it's 2021, and thankfully we don't have to taste the urine anymore, but we can use machines to analyze it instead. My research involves figuring out what components of urine relate to cardiovascular disease and which compounds relate to diet, and what metabolites relate to both. Now have a think about how many times have you started a new diet as a New Year's resolution, and how many times have you given up on it shortly after? It doesn't really matter why people give up on diets. Maybe they simply don't like the food, or they feel it doesn't make a difference to them. But this is difficult for doctors and dietitians to figuring out what people are really eating. And my work helps them do that more accurately. For example, from a urine sample, we can figure out whether someone is obese or not, whether they're following a specific diet, and even how much their diet adheres to WHO healthy eating guidelines. How do we do this? Well, the first thing is we need to collect the urine not in a toilet, but in a tube. But it's really as easy as peeing in a cup when you go to the doctors. We then analyze this urine sample in the tube with a machine that has a magnet that is 10 to 20 times more powerful than you can find in an MRI scanner. My work relates to developing specialized computational methods to analyze this data, figuring out which chemical compounds of the hundreds that are there specifically relate to dietary behavior, and how this interacts with metabolism and health. By this time into the video, the machine would be almost halfway done analyzing the sample. It takes just 5 minutes to obtain a spectrum and to analyze it using the computer algorithms and models to find out how healthy someone's diet is. We have tested this in a clinical trial with healthy volunteers. We tested it with professional athletes and with people with diabetes and thousands of people at risk of cardiovascular disease, as well as part of a TV show in the UK last year on Channel 4 titled How to Beat Fat, where we tested it in the general public to see how well it works for them. We are currently evaluating how it works in the dietary management of people at risk of cardiovascular disease, because we want to figure out what diet works for them, because no single diet works for everyone. So let's hope by next year's New Year's resolutions you will be able to use one of these home sample collection kits and figure out what diet works for you.